Hey, what's up guys? I'm Alan from Train the Gamer, and so basically my buddies are in this game. Let's see, so we've got jellybeats on Mundo, we've got deadfishh on Nocturne, and then we've got manowar on ezreal. And so basically they hopped in the game before I got online, so I'm just spectating them, and I figured I'd just record it and just do a little commentary what I think. So right now it looks like they're losing pretty hard, probably because I'm not there, right? But so just looking at the scores on blue side, deadfishh is the only one who's really fed right now on Nocturne, and he's going the DPS Nocturne, which I like in top lane. I think that in jungle you sort of need to go more tanky because you're not able to get the gold that's needed, and as you can see there are a million Teemo streams right there. Sona coming in with the heals. Like before I was recording I was sort of spectating it before, and I will give it I will give these guys a little slack because this Sona is something else. She's notorious for face checking, but I think that the key to this top matchup is the Nocturne spell shielding the blind. And here comes the, that was a good ult by Sona right there. However, she's going to get taunted. Oh, okay, she flashed away. She's barely missing the first Teemo shroom. Nocturne got away. Oh, but there's Annie right there. Karthus is bot for some reason, trying to make a play on Tristana. I think that was a bad move by Karthus, because in the end Tristana is just going to jump away. Karthus just simply doesn't have enough CC. Nocturne gets just collapsed upon there. So there are 4 enemies top. The jungle and bot lane should be trying to apply pressure somewhere. Dragon's up right now, so that definitely should have gone down. But let's look who else is fed. Just about everyone on their team except Teemo, which is exactly directly related to which is directly related to Nocturne being fed and everyone else sort of feeding. But oh well, that's how the game goes. One thing that I noticed on the Ezreal, which is being played by manowar, who, by the way, we give him a lot of flack, but go back to him. But in the end, I think he's like level 25. And honestly, for his level and how much experience he has with the game, I know that he's picking it up a lot faster than I did. So sometimes we're being too harsh on him, and we're aware of that, but you know, sometimes it's tough to stay cool, especially when you have quite a few more games played. But what I noticed was that he was maxing, if you look at this, he maxed his Q first, which I suggest on ezreal. Okay. First of all, we got a play going on here on Annie. That was a nice spell shield by the Nocturne. We have the Karthus all going in. Not enough to finish off the Annie, of course. Okay, now Karthus is going in on the Annie, who lands a lay waste. And they're all collapsing on Shen. The key to this fight is Tristana. Oh, okay, Tristana's low HP, so I think this fight's about to be an ace. Tristana might be able to pick off 1 or 2 here, depending on how she plays it. Right there, the Ezreal should be close to the teams right now. Tristana's getting 3 kills. Yeah, that was just bad teamwork right there.
Purple team triple kill.
Yeah, they weren't all on the same page, so that's how the Tristana ended up getting a triple kill there. Also, another thing that I see that Ezreal could have changed. Oh yeah, but what I didn't get to finish saying was Ezreal maxed his Q, followed by his E, which I definitely think he should have maxed his W second, because in general E is mostly a utility, not really a damage spell. But also the Infinity Edge on Ezreal, rushing that first is definitely a no-no in my opinion, because most of Ezreal's damage is coming through from his Q. Ezreal's a high poke champion. His autos are fairly weak, and the range on his autos aren't that incredible either. So mostly his poke is coming from his Q. However, his Q doesn't, it applies on hit, but it doesn't crit. So he definitely should have gone, if he wanted damage, a BT. What I would have done is I would have gone probably BT followed by either Phantom Dancer or Static Shiv, and then followed by something that involves a Sheen, whether it's a Triforce or the Gauntlets. It really depends on, like, I don't like Gauntlets late game that much because Ezreal just seems like he does no damage late game if you build Gauntlets. I feel like with the slows coming in from the Phage and the Triforce, it makes Ezreal a lot better late game. But also, I think that you can, like, optimal late game. Okay, this is the second time actually that Chenault has come in on this Tryndamere and top lane on Nocturne, that they both have not been on the same page, where one person like bailed out, and that's exactly what just happened there. So I think that 2 kills could have happened top lane. Oh, and the Sona lack of ward coverage. I don't even think there's a single ward for blue team right now. So yeah, what can you expect? So right now they're pushing on top and mid, 3 to 2 and then 2 to 0. Yeah, this Karthus, what did he build? Let's see. Okay, so he went with the Deeps. I don't think that the Athenes was really necessary to go because he already had Seraphs. Yeah, it definitely wasn't the way to go. I think I actually prefer Seraphs over like Rod of Ages Karthus, but instead of going with the Athenes and Holy Grail, I felt like he could have gone just Void Staff. Or actually he should have rushed the Death Cap and then probably with the Void Staff. And also, okay, about to get a double kill from Karthus right there. Not bad, maybe now he can afford those damage items. Okay, we got a pretty epic chase, alright. Nocturne came through on that one. This game is getting closer. Even though they're down by 9 kills still, as the game goes on, kills mean less, towers mean more, and even though they don't have towers, they have 1 tower, but still, like, a 9 kill difference this late in the game isn't too bad. And gold wise, you know, 6.6k gold difference, so I mean that's comebackable. I think after you pass the 10k mark at like 40 minutes or so, then it's tough to get back. But then at the same time, like 10,000 gold at 60 minutes isn't the same as 10,000 gold at 40 minutes, you know, because once 60 minutes comes around, just about everyone's got full build, and it comes down to ward coverage, you know, which objectives are worth getting, and just grouping in general. Okay. But one thing for sure is that this Ezreal is really behind. But hopefully the AD Nocturne can make up for that. Okay, Nocturne's making a play top. He got a turret followed by this Teemo kill, I assume. Yep. So Teemo kill there. Let's see, this is risky. Okay, Sona placed the ward there, so she knows that they're not a dragon, but she does not know that. Okay, there we go. And it got didn't help that Tryndamere just right there. Okay, that Sona ult was good. It's already. Okay, they're focusing a lot of attention on Sona. Okay, Nocturne's getting a free tower top. So it was good of them to stall, even though they wasted a lot of their resources on the Sona, and maybe blue team could have turned it around. I think it was the better play by Nocturne to stay top, get that tower, because that was guaranteed. The Teemo was dead. There was nobody who could stop him. So that was good. So the gold difference only what 4.5k now. So the game's getting closer. I have a feeling that this one's gonna be a pretty long game. Let's look at Andy's build. Okay, I think Andy should have, instead of getting real eyes, I think that the Rod of Ages is enough HP for her. And I think that she should have gone with Void Staff. Yeah, Void Staff for sure. Tristana's build is right on. Yeah, I think that's debatable. The only problem that I have with her build is that she went, I'm guessing that she went Blade of the Ruined King first, followed by Eye Edge. But now she's building a BT by the looks of it. And I think that she needs more attack speed, and a Phantom Dancer would do her a lot of good, especially with the Eye Edge. And late game Tristana is able to blow up a lot of people, and if you don't have that attack speed with crit, you're not going to be able to be that, you know, late game. Like, it's 35 minutes. This is where Tristana starts to shine. Like, she could probably 1v1 this Nocturne right now just because of the champion. Okay, so it looks like a fight's about to erupt around Baron. This Karthus is caught out. If that was Tryndamere there instead of Shen, that Karthus would be dead. Okay, right now, Ezreal needs to send out his ult. See, the Sona ult just went out. That would have been a good time for Ezreal to send out his. Right now, the Mundo's doing a good job at being a front line. Nocturne comes in with the ult. Tristana gets melted because she didn't use her range to her advantage. Karthus goes down. We have the ult coming in on Karthus. Will Shen go down? No, Shen has too much HP. And right now, it's just unfortunate that the Sona and the Mundo, two people who don't deal much damage, are the two against it, Teemo and Shen. So that's just how it works out sometimes. This Teemo's going ham. Oh, wasted Ignite though. That was dumb by Teemo to waste his Ignite. So we'll see if they go for the dragon here. Timers on who gets up. Yeah, they can get the dragon without any problems. This Shen is really far ahead in his build. He's got a Warmogs and he's got the Chain Vest, and combined with Shen's default stats, he's pretty well off. He might as well should have been like Jungle Shen at this point. He has a lot of items. He's 4, 2, and 8. So he's got pretty good gold. Even though he doesn't have a gold per 5, he made up for it. And he went with the Doran Shield, which I've seen a lot of supports going because it's a very cost-effective item. And even though he doesn't have a gold per 5, if you can make that Doran Shield work in your favor, where you pull off some kills for you and your AD carry, then you're definitely gonna come out ahead. Alright, let's see. Oh, it doesn't show. Alright, yeah, so right now Sona's doing the right thing by warding Baron. I think, yeah, blue team needs to group up really badly right now. You see Karthus is heading bot to try to get that farm, but then they're 2 top. But this is pushing, which late game when Baron's up and you guys are fighting for Baron, it's really important to have your top lane pushing. It's a huge advantage. But also at the same time, if bot lanes are pushing, it can be really tempting to go down there and clear it out, and meanwhile the enemy can be taking Baron. So right there, Sona has a ward there, which is really good. When you're on, when you're forced to play defensively, okay, here we go. Tristana out of position. The Shen ult goes down on her. Unfortunately, Nocturne didn't see that the Shen ult went on, so he thought that she was lower than she was. But Karthus' ult might be able to finish her off. We'll see. Yep, Karthus does have Requiem still up. All right. The only bad thing is that Annie is at half HP. Tryndamere is up. So basically what's happening in these fights are Nocturne is dying, which is the main source of damage, and also the Tristana and Tryndamere are dying pretty quickly. And also the Annie as well. So in the end, it's usually the Sona and the Mundo who are alive against like the Teemo and Shen, and they just get out damaged. So it looks like the gold difference is back up to around 8,000 gold. They're pushing on this middle inhibitor. That was really dumb by Sona. Paid the price for it. So Nocturne's up. He's not going to have his ult though. I think it'll be interesting to see who wins this too. Nocturne comes out ahead because Fear late game is really strong, especially against AD casters, AD champions who rely on lifesteal and, you know, basically Tryndamere in a nutshell. That's why champions like Jax and Nocturne are such good duelists. Even though Tryndamere can out-damage them, the utility in both Counter-Strike and Nocturne's Fear allows them to come out on top. And Nocturne picked up a Giant's Belt, so he's going to be a little more tanky, so he's more likely to be able to verse this Tristana. But at the same time, Tristana has Blade of the Ruined King, and it's going to be tough. Okay, ezreal is finally starting to get some attack speed, which is much needed. Yeah, when it comes to building Ayah first, there aren't many champions that I like to do it on. Caitlyn sometimes. Other than that, like maybe Kog'Maw, but at the same time I like to build like Kog'Maw and Vayne with attack speed first. Just because Vayne's W and Kog'Maw's W work really well with attack speed, and also Vayne gains a lot of AD through her ultimate. I think it's like 40 AD for like 8 seconds or something ridiculously like that. So the attack speed goes a long way on champions like Vayne. But in general, ezreal as a late game AD carry isn't my first choice. His True Shot Barrage does a nice amount of damage, and he also has a lot of escapes, but the damage just isn't there that a champion like Tristana, Kog'Maw, or Vayne would have late game. However, ezreal's laning phase is very nice. Alright, so they're pushing bot. This inhib is still up. Alright, we have the Nocturne ult going on Tristana and on Teemo. Looks like there's not much. Okay, that was a good True Shot Barrage. A good Sona ult there. I think the Sona could have waited a little longer, because that's a really big choke point right there. Sona's ult could have completely... Okay, let's see. Yeah, once again, once the Nocturne's dead, the damage is just not there. Okay, right here, that Annie was caught way out of position. The ezreal could have arcane shifted it over the wall. He still can. Okay, but now Tristana's back. And now the chances of winning this fight are pretty slim. Alright, if they can stall for another 10 seconds, Nocturne will be up, and Nocturne can really clean this up. Nocturne has really great chasing potential. Right now this Tristana is just melting everyone though. She's life-stealing faster than they can even do damage to her. Nocturne's up right now. Let's see if he goes with Home Guard. Nope. And it looks like this game might be coming to an end here. Maybe. Alright, yeah, the top minions are pushing. It's looking pretty bleak for my buddies here. Okay, the Nocturne ult goes in on Tristana. Ezreal ultimate hits Shen, but not the Tristana. Alright. What I would do? Well, it's tough. Because they have 3 inhibs down. They can chase all day and probably come out with something close to an ace. However, at the end of the day, they have super minions pushing in. Oh yeah, the ezreal just got Tibbers, followed by Tryndamere at point blank. And as you can see in the enemy, or in the base, yeah, it was fine of the Nocturne to go in like that, but the whole Ezreal Karthus front line wasn't really that effective. So let's just look at some of these guys' builds. Karthus doesn't need relies. Should have gone Zhonya's for sure. Zhonya's on Karthus is very good. Mundo, yeah, his build looks pretty good. The Spirit of the Ancient Golem, it's not my favorite item, but if you have the Spirit Stone, it's not bad. It's pretty cost effective. Ezreal, I already talked about that. Eye Edge is pretty debatable. That was 14. Sona, she went Shard of True Ice, which is yeah. I wouldn't have gone. She never bought a Ruby Sightstone, so that speaks for itself. And she bought at least, however you pronounce that item, that I've never had the opportunities to talk about. Nocturne, I really like Frozen Mallet on Nocturne. It makes it really difficult for the AD carry. That looks like it's going to be the game. And GG. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Alan. If you guys want to see more of these commentary-like things, just let me know. Yeah, peace out.